Anytime I have to go through Atlanta airport, it's just nightmarish. It's ghetto as fuck. Just ghetto as fuck, Atlanta. So there was, the only way I could describe, King Kong. Somehow King Kong bought a ticket and got on a plane, had all the proper documentation to get on an airplane, sit in his seat, buckle up, and they actually took off with King Kong on their plane. And then mid-flight, it seems King Kong got a little rambunctious. Remember in the movie when he broke the chains and stuff? And he went after some people for no reason. Didn't know these people. Went after them, and he had to be dealt with. Let's watch.
A terrifying explosion of violence just as an early morning Delta flight was leaving Houston Hobby. A passenger suddenly attacking another passenger as flight attendants climbed over the seats to pull him off.
And then he stumbled and fell in my seat next to me, and I was so scared, so I just put my feet up and my hands up because I was getting ready to kick for my dear life.
Fellow passengers jumped in to help.
Oh my God. He stumbled to the back and just started punching everybody. And before that, he was trying to go to the cockpit.
The pilot quickly declared an emergency, returning to Houston.
We do have police here. We're going to wait until they come on board.
Houston police took the suspect into custody on a mental health hold.
This is my first time having a breach of the cockpit event.
Sources say he never actually got to the cockpit, but did attack flight attendants and passengers.
You going after Pat Dixon there? What happened? He gets right on that guy. And the guy's just kind of like, well, I don't want to look racist. No, I'm not racist. Please don't. Fucking shit. Our miracle of flight, white people's miracle of flight, has been so perverted over the course of the years. How do you deal with something like that? And I bet there were warning signs. I bet this guy wasn't a model passenger out at the gate or at the bar area before the flight, you know, when he first got to the airport through TSA. I bet there were people going, oh, this guy's a fucking problem. But you can't do anything. You got to wait until you're in the air, and then the pilot's got to divert and fuck up everyone else's schedule and day, and because you can't just go, I don't know about that guy. I don't know about letting King Kong on the plane. I'm not going to fly with King Kong on this plane. But they did, and they had to turn around. That's a big motherfucker, though. That's a big motherfucker. You don't know what you'd do. What if you're the guy in that seat? He comes over. Argh. It's a plane, so you don't really have a weapon on you. He's definitely got the size and weight advantage. You pretty much just have to wait for people to fucking get him off of you. That's pretty frightening. And then he's trying to get into the fucking flight deck. Ah, God. Why? Why do we fucking put up with this? Why is this shit happening? How do we move past this? Put it all in the rear view mirror. Take flights and just convey some of these stories to the younger people. Let me spin you a tale of what air travel used to be.
You know, back in my day.
Nowadays, if you hear that, you get an ancient person tell you a tale of air travel. They'll tell you, you know, the sound of the propellers. Oh, it was luxurious. The women were in fine dresses, the men in tuxedos. And they'd wheel a cart of prime rib down the aisle, and everyone on the plane got it. Not just first class everyone on the plane got this meal and drinks and music, and it was and people now listen to that and go, what? Why do we have to? Well, maybe someday they'll be able to spin a yarn about air travel now. See how nice this is, son, grandson, whatever, great-grandson. It wasn't always like this. Really? Yeah, there were things that used to come on the plane. Big, giant, loud beasts. Why would they let them on, Daddy, Granddad, whatever? Well, they didn't want to seem racist. What's racist? Oh, I love it, grandson. I love hearing you say that. Because there's no need for racism anymore. Not for the reason that they would think would be a good reason. It's because there's no one around to be racist to. That's what I was getting at. What's racism? Well, these beasts that were in the plane, people would get angry with them, but they couldn't do anything because they would seem racist. And racist was a bad thing to be, but not really a bad thing to be. I could continue this story all fucking day. All day. But I got to go.